Now we're going to do the number 4 stretch on the wall. What you see before you is all the equipment you need. Your mat, your block, and a wall. And your wonderful body, of course. So what you'll begin to do is you'll bring your left foot to the front edge of the mat, and then you're going to lean your torso and your bottom against the wall. Lower your bottom until your left thigh is almost at a right angle to the wall. Reach back toward the wall. There you go. Now lift that ankle onto the thigh. Great. Just allow that thigh to sink down toward the ground, and this may be as far as you get when you first start this. It is very rare that I ask you to keep bent knees, but in this exercise, this knee remains bent throughout. So let's make absolutely sure that support foot is straight. Find a line on your mat, and that it is straight up and down and not leaning at your foreleg is straight up and down, not leaning out to the side. Great. Push against the wall as you come forward. Your bottom comes off the wall, and you reach toward the block. You can have the block on level 1, the tallest level. And you want that support foot straight. Good correction. From my angle, it looks really great. There's lots of straight lines. And then you're just going to allow that right knee to be heavy and sink. You want to keep your hips in a parallel line with each other. And something that can happen, which you just corrected for, is that as you let that knee sink, this left hip starts to jut out, but you want to keep that in a nice alignment. Come out of this, you're going to reach back toward the wall. Your body can be in a panic at this point because it's very intense, much more intense than it looks. And then you lift your head, your torso comes back to the wall, and then you allow that top leg to come off of the knee, and you are safely on the ground again. Walk it out a little bit because the rebound in the fascia can be intense. Yeah, and feel the difference between the sides. The other side, your foot is right at the edge of the front of your mat. Your foot is straight. Your knee is going to bend, but never past your toes. As you sink your bottom down and you begin to bring your weight lower to the ground, you put your arms on the wall behind you, and then you lift your left foot onto your right knee. Wonderful. Let that left knee sink. Enjoy it as it relaxes downward. If your right hip feels like it wants to swing out, bring it back in line with your knee. Good. And as you let that sink for 40 seconds, just keep telling yourself, this is great for my hips and my pelvic floor. I'll be able to live to a ripe old age with minimal pain as long as I stay in my body. Yeah, it's a good time to roll the ankles too. Stay in there, feel, calm the panic. Now, you're ready to push against the wall and reach forward toward the block. In this position, you're wanting to lift your tailbone and sink that left knee. Coming down to the second level, she's really feeling a lot of sink. If that right hip feels like it's swinging out, bring it back in line. Good. See if you can keep your hips in a parallel orientation. Support knee stays bent. Breathing into the stretch. There's always so many points to keep track of. You're doing a great job. I'm going to angle around a little bit before I let you go so people can see this from different perspectives. And when you're ready, you begin to rise up and reach toward the wall behind you. You might feel panicky. Just know You've got all you need in support behind you from that wall. And then gently allow that foot to come off of the knee. Ooh, yes. Pelvic floor health, yay!